everybody, and welcome to Week 1 of Instructional Systems Design Foundations. This week we'll be taking an overview of the system of instructional design and then zooming in and taking a specific focus on analysis. So to begin, instructional systems design is commonly diluted to a very simple model that we know as ADDIE. ADDIE is just one of many different types of instructional design models, but it is the most simple and it is the most common. In the ADDIE model, there are 5 steps. They are sequential and they need to be followed in order. They begin with analysis, it moves to design, into development, through to implementation, and finally to evaluation. The instructional systems design model is an effort to look at performance problems in the workplace, analyze their causes, design appropriate solutions for those problems, develop those solutions, implement those solutions, and then evaluate the degree to which we were successful in addressing the original performance problem. Something that's often misunderstood about instructional design in the ADDIE model is that this is really about problem solving, not specifically about training. A wholesale approach to instructional design using the ADDIE model looks at problems in the workplace and designs the best possible solutions for those problems. This is the larger field known as human performance improvement. Much of the time, training or learning is one of the best possible solutions, specifically if the performance problem is due in part to a lack of knowledge or skill. So for example, if performance is suffering because people don't know how to or don't have the skills to perform a specific job, we can come in with a well-recommended learning solution, design it, develop it, implement it, and then evaluate for results. This is known as the instructional systems design model, and the one we'll be focusing on through this course is the very simple 5-step circular model, sequential, known as ADDIE. One of the ways that we'll be working through and learning more about this model is by reading this basic info line published by ASTD Press called Basics of Instructional Systems Development. It has pretty much everything you need to know to get a full understanding of what instructional systems development is, what it can be, and how you might choose to use it in your work. Key to our course this semester, at least this workshop, is this ADDIE checklist, which you'll find loaded in each of your course materials folders. Each week, we'll be going through and focusing on a different stage of the ADDIE model, beginning with analysis and working through to implementation and evaluation. But this week, let's stay focused on analysis. Analysis helps us determine the problem or the challenge that we're facing in the workplace and deciding whether or not learning or instruction is a good solution. If it is a solution, then we go ahead and we start evolving different strategies or solutions or ways that we can solve that problem with instruction. That could be a training course, it could be a job aid, it could be coaching, it could be a variety of ways that learning can be commandeered, not always training. We go out and we gather data about our target audience, about what better or optimal performance looks like. We maybe conduct a training needs analysis. We get all kinds of data around supporting our performance problem. And then in more advanced or more robust models, we would look at resources, budgets, timelines, and we would look at engaging management and clientele if appropriate. For this workshop, we only have 4 weeks, so we can't do all of those things. What we will do is look at or consider a particular training assignment that you have been given at work, either one that you're currently working on or one that you have worked on. So it's important to keep in mind, you need to be focusing, you need to select and focus for the next 4 weeks on an actual, authentic, real-world problem that you have been assigned at work. a training project you have been assigned at work. And since we only have a week for analysis, we're not going to be able to launch into full-scale performance gap analysis or front-end analysis or population analysis or learner analysis. But what we are going to do is try to take that training project to which you are assigned, and we're going to try to boil it down into 2 sentences. And this is one of your main assignments for the week. It's called In 2 Sentences. And what you're going to do is identify for that specific training problem who the target audience is, what that training is about, and how you will know you have been successful at the completion of the training. It's called In 2 Sentences, and it's a very small assignment, but it takes a lot of time to work through. It's harder than it sounds. So my recommendation for you this week is to start at the top of your Week 1 course materials folder and work through each of the assignments. Listen to the recordings, do all of the readings, review the checklist, and look at the guidance provided to you. And then address the discussion forum in 2 sentences. See the example that's been provided for you, and take that larger, complex training assignment that you have at work and try to boil it down to 2 sentences. If you can do that, you're going to be off to a great start, and we'll have a great 4 weeks together. Good luck.